This is Dumbed Down Life, number 67. And that was the Polymorphines with Constant Reminder. Good evening, Darren.
Good evening. The Polymorphines, aren't they something to do with Red Dwarf?
Possibly.
I know there was certainly an episode called The Polymorph.
Yeah, there was, wasn't there? I've no idea.
So your research doesn't tell you if that was where they got the name from then?
Research? What's research? The amount of research I've done was that was the Polymorphines with Constant Reminder. So how's you?
Not too bad. So yourself?
Yeah, not too bad. Right. I don't know if you've heard this story. I very much doubt it. But there's an American outdoor writer called Tom Steinstra. And he's been arrested on suspicion of possessing marijuana for sale. Apparently, police found over 60 marijuana plants and 11 pounds of processed marijuana in his barn. And they also found scales and packaging materials inside his home. This guy, he's an outdoor writer for the San Francisco Chronicle. And he's written a number of books and on hiking, camping and such like, and he's got a TV show as well. But the best part of this story is the fact that his house is in a town called Weed.
Oh, God. On which state is he in? I don't mean is he like high. I mean, which of these states?
I don't know. I didn't get that far. But I'm guessing...
What a research. Well done.
Yeah, as I've said. But I'm guessing the fact that he writes for the San Francisco Chronicle and he has a show in San Francisco that is from around there.
Sticks him in California somewhere, doesn't
Yeah, although it's apparently also shown in Sacramento, so that doesn't mean anything.
Not sure where Sacramento is, but certainly San Francisco's over on the west coast.
On the west coast.
But it's arrested on suspicion. I mean, if a shed load of plants and a few bags of the stuff isn't enough to actually go beyond suspicion, then what is?
Yeah, I don't know. Is it a sort of a certain amount? Or Doug should be here, he'd know. I didn't say that, I'll edit that out. Yeah, I mean, I guess it's a certain amount. I know over here, or at least it used to be, if you were caught with a joint in your pocket, then you get a slap wrist and don't do it again. But if you're carrying a rucksack full of the stuff, then you're a dealer.
But on suspicion of what? Suspicion of being a dealer, is it?
Yeah, possessing marijuana for sale.
Right.
So, I'm guessing if you've got 60 marijuana plants and you've got 11 pounds of processed marijuana in your barn, it's a little difficult to say, oh, it's for my own personal use.
I wonder how far personal use goes. I mean, for yourself and your family. You know,
yeah,
because you're not selling it, but it comes down to distributing, doesn't it, rather than selling? I think.
I guess so. Yeah,
because the whole idea of I'm just giving it to me mates is,
but that's still intent to supply, I guess, isn't it?
Yeah, supply rather than selling. Yeah,
but no, I just thought it was quite funny that he was from the town of Weed. It's not really the best place to set up a drugs operation, is it?
Especially not if you're somebody who's high profile. I mean, being in the media like that, he's going to be reasonably high profile, isn't he?
Yeah, absolutely. So it's just sort of like, well, it's sort of taking a bit of a risk, isn't he?
Well, anybody is that's doing that sort of thing. But I think that some of these places that are out back in the middle of nowhere, they really have to have somebody sort of get a little bit upset that you're making money out of it for the police to find out, because the police just don't go to some of these parts of the states. They unless they're going to go out there to buy some weed for themselves.
Yeah.
And it's only when somebody gets a bit upset that this guy is making money out of it that they then squeal on him, and the police get involved.
Yeah.
You're listening to Dumbed Down Life.
We were both quite happy until you came along. Thought we'd like a family, but boy were we wrong. No, I know you're not supposed to say it, of course. Sonny, you're the reason that your mum and I get divorced. Soon after you were born, your mum lost interest in sex. In any case, the sleepless nights made us physical wrecks. All you did is whine and give us extra work and chores. Sonny, you're the reason that your mum and I get divorced. We thought our union would be strong enough. Having kids was just a test of valour. To be perfectly honest, you were a right royal pain, and it seems our marriage just could not take the strain. Now the time has come for us to help you with school. It isn't something that we're looking forward to at all. We put our lives on hold so we can help you with yours. Sonny, you're the reason that your mum and I get divorced. strong enough. I would have the kids was just a test of our love. To be perfectly honest, you are a right royal pain, and it seems our marriage just cannot take the strain. Thought you were a very good idea at the time, and now you're here, quite honestly, we both changed our minds. Seems you come between us, and though that's par for the course, still, Sonny, you're the reason your mum and I are getting divorced. Yes, Sonny, you're the reason that your mum and I are getting divorced.
Oh, baby. And you are listening to the Bugcast. We'll play some fantastic music and we'll have a chat about some stuff. Thank you very much, Caroline. Rule number 1 of podcasting, and citronella will keep more than just bugs away. Because it's the music and the talking that keeps bringing me back for more.
Excuse me?
Head along to the Bugcast chat room at thebugcast.org/live.
What?
If you can just wait the next few minutes before you fall asleep.
Okay, I'm flushing now.
In Yorkshire, anything's possible.
You're a Facebooker, aren't you?
I am.
And you play the silly games, don't you?
I play a couple, yes.
Have you ever done Farmville?
Briefly. I did it for a while and then got bored.
Can't say that it ever appealed to me, but certainly before I got the hang of these, how to block the messages and so forth, I certainly saw that a lot of people played it. So a woman in the UK, a UK being over here, got a credit card bill. The article says of $820.
How much?
Now, $820.
Jesus.
Now, whether it means $820 or whether it means around 700 quid, I don't know.
I would imagine it is dollars because I do Mafia Wars and everything is priced in dollars. So when you
but once it comes through on your credit card bill, it shows in your local currency. She's got a bill of $820 from where her son has been playing Farmville.
Oh shit!
And using money to buy stuff, and she's spoken to a credit card company to have this cancelled. And the credit card company has said, well, if it was fraudulent, then you need to get into contact with the police and get a police number. And then once you've got the police reference number, we will then cancel the transactions. So it's like,
So when you do these sort of things, because if Farmville's anything like Mafia Wars, is it a case of buying points so you can then go along and like buy another barn or something like that?
Buy another barn and buy another cow, and that's what I guess so. I mean, I have never played Farmville myself,
so
typically with these sort of things, you can either wait 24 hours and they will replenish your, I don't know, stock, energy, whatever, or you can pay a certain amount of cash and it will replenish your stock, grain, whatever, straight away. And so if you're impatient, it could be quite an expensive game.
But it must mean, unless her son knows her credit card details, they store your details so you can just one-click buy kind of thing.
Yeah, that's possibly where it's happening now. She's let him buy something once, and then it's stored her details in it.
Right. That's
it just made me wonder what $820 is actually going to get you in a game like Farmville. You know,
well, I know in Mafia Wars, and essentially these games they're pretty much identical games with just different skins thrown over the top, aren't they? I certainly know Mafia Wars and Vampire Wars, they are pretty much the same game.
I think Farmville was much more graphically oriented than
yes, it is, yeah.
The others have been. But they still sort of had the same kind of dependencies on time or energy or something along those lines.
No, when I played, you plant loads of seeds, and then after a set amount of time, those seeds are ready for harvesting. And when you harvest them, you get gold. And with that gold, you can buy barns and tractors and more seeds to plant. You kind of have to make money to buy the seeds to plant, to grow, to harvest, to get the money. But I think you can throw cash at it and get cash for gold.
I can see a Facebook app coming up. If you just send us £500, because this will save you. It's cheaper than $800. We'll send you a screen that says, "Congratulations, you've won Farmville."
That's the thing with these games, though. You cannot win, can you? It's just a continual thing, which is why I lost interest. I'm losing interest with Mafia Wars, because although you do progress and you get more money and you get more properties to get money from, you don't actually go anywhere with it. It's just continual, isn't it? So there's no sort of end game.
I don't really see it as a game as such. See, a game for me is something that I can pick up whenever I want to and play it. Whereas Mafia Wars right now, I can't play it because I'm waiting for the energy to build up. It's more of a case of twice a day I will log into Mafia Wars and spend 5 minutes doing it, and that's it, really. I don't see it as being a huge suck on my time and stuff. But yeah, it's when a game is endless like that, I mean, you could plough lots of money into this and get nowhere.
Absolutely. I mean, that's why I'd personally never spend money on them.
No.
Because it's not. I suppose with something like, say, World of Warcraft, if you could put money into that to get gold, then it does sort of further you down the lines of the game.
I think the main reason that people plough money into something like World of Warcraft is if you have reached a certain level of mage, paladin, whatever, and you want to try a different character class, you've still got to go through those first, I don't know how many levels it is, but the development 20 or 30
stages.
levels, and all those in the very early stages that you know them, and it's just time consuming. So you will either pay for a character that's already been leveled up to 30, or you'll pay for stuff that you wouldn't be able to get at those levels that will help you to get through them quicker. But yeah, generally paying for games once you've already bought it beyond a subscription, I'm not into that at all.
No, me either.
And the other interesting thing, because I was trying to look up, I did type into Google, what would you get in Farmville for $820? just to sort of get an idea, you know, you've got dozens of farms and hundreds of tractors and best set in the world. But I couldn't actually find anything that gave me the answer to that. But what I did find was an interesting thing. These current fad of creating fan of pages. You've seen these.
Yeah.
Click here to become a fan of Casual Friday. Click here to become a fan of Odd Socks. That kind of rubbish.
Yeah.
Now, if you've watched any of these sort of grow, they very quickly, if they've got a novel idea, will get tens of thousands of followers.
Yeah.
Now, anyone that's a member of that group or the owner of that group has the ability to send out notifications to that entire group. Having the information for tens of thousands of people is something that's very lucrative in the advertising industry.
Ah.
And people will sell these groups once they've made them up.
Oh.
So if you quite innocently join come on, help me out here. some I want to be a fan of Cadbury's cream eggs, or
there was one that one of the people at work joined the other day, and I'm thinking, what? It was so and so became a fan of. Look, I don't care what you heard. I know what really happened, so shut up.
Yeah. So you become a fan of something like that. There's 500,000 other people who have also joined it. And then the owner goes, right, okay, sell this to a multi-level marketing team. They send out one notification, come by our Choco brand, and most people will ignore it. But the tiny amount of people who do go, oh, Choco brand, I'm going to try some of that, and it's been worth them paying a couple of £100 for it.
Yeah, it's the same. It's a percentage game, isn't it? The same as
Yeah.
spamming. You send out 1 million spams. If 0.5% accept that, sort of buy something from that email, that's 5,000 sales or something like that.
Yeah, yeah.
Which make it. That's why spamming works and why it's still around.
And while I'm on a Facebook rant, I noticed that they are now putting out the joiner group that says, on such and such a week, we will all buy our petrol from one particular garage, so that it'll help bring down the price of petrol in the UK.
But people have been trying to do this for 10 years or so, and it's never worked yet.
It will not work because it's not the garages that are setting the high price, it's the government.
Yes.
So if we all avoid going to certain garages, then we all end up queuing at the other garages, and the government ends up getting the tax from them anyway. Or that garage will run out of petrol, and those people who need petrol to get to work will still end up going to the other petrol stations.
Absolutely.
It's not going to work. Don't bother joining the group, because it'll only become one that'll get sold on, and they'll use it for sending you spam.
Now I'm talking free, yeah. Oh.
And that was Wiser Time with Free. So that's about it, really, isn't it, Darren?
Yeah, that'll do.
Good. If you'd like to contact us, you can either send us an email to ddl.podshow@gmail.com, or you can visit our website at www.dumbdownlife.com.